Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bulldogs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready, set. Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. The quick out. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
A little release to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Horned Frog! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayden. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking to throw, it's Burrow. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They punt it away on fourth down. He takes it at the 45. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got a man. It's Pineda. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
He makes a catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Coming out with it, it's Hayden. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding...
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, running back on the move. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Burrow. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Burrow. Lets it fly. Got it in the middle. It's Hayden. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Nice move to pick up yardage. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting down the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
At the 48.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Defense in press coverage. To the air, it's Burrow. Swings it out to the flat. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Tackled on the play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. Knocked off his feet.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
From the gun, running back gets the give. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Mississippi State looking for the 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Ready. Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Looking downfield, it's Burrow. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10.
221 wing. 221 wing. Brass.
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Mississippi State.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And they tacked on the extra point.
The score. TCU 35. Mississippi State 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down the left. Off and running. Touchdown, TCU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hayden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
By the receiver.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Burrow. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and I love the timing routes, a nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get north-south, and get some good yards after the catch.
Some misdirection with the counter. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
On the ready. Okay, break. On set.
Dropping back, it's Burrow. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Horned Frogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. and talk about Mississippi State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his...
He's got it inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that third down.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Burrow. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. It's caught. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the...
Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to go up top on first down. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Thanks to grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Lost to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. To the air, it's Burrow. Quick strike complete.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll leave it with him. It's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Moving out of the pocket. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Going to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. That's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking for a man. It's Burrow. They go to the wide receiver screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Fires left. Complete on the comeback. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
He's got him. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Horned Frogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Burrow. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Andrews. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Floats it out in space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Looking to move the chains, Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. This is a designed run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the 2nd half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things.